Boom! We are live. This is the reaction show to round 9 of Supercross. Man, I'm coming to you live from the Gypsy 500. My buddies and I, man, our hands were all toast. You can see it in my face, maybe with the lighting. I haven't even washed my face yet, but we came back here. We ate some Domino's, and we're all hopped up on some Red Bull. So now we're going to talk about crap that happened at Supercross. And boy, did crap happen at Supercross. Check this out. Yes, this is in the hotel room. So it's the Eureka Hotel. So production value is, don't have an editor. So anyway, here we go. Dun, dun, dun. You've got the 30-second girl getting taken out by Webb. Oh, that is going to sting in the morning. Can you believe that they're not replaying that? There's a reason why they're not replaying that. It's because it was a mistake. It wasn't supposed to be there. She wasn't supposed to be on the track at the time. I really hope that she is okay and Webb didn't have his rear brake be bent or anything. There's a lot of implications here, and that is a no-no. Yes, things happen. It's the law of numbers. Eventually, something's going to go wrong, so I'm really hoping that the 30-second girl is okay, but everybody gear up because the internet is going to go WFO when it comes to memes about blonde girls, and I don't mean that yeah, okay, we'll just move on because I want to talk about what happened with Degan and Jet Lawrence. And here, let me move back so that you guys can see me here. So, first off, the track. Yes, was it a boring-ish track? Absolutely, it was boring. However, you know what's more boring than a track that has no whoops and has a double for a triple and a rhythm section that's rolled down to essentially be giant rollers? A mud race. We've already seen multiple mud races this weekend, or year, excuse me, and we don't want to see any more freaking mud races. This was an amazing track. We had guys like Jason Anderson and Ken Roxon able to come from like 13th, 11th to 3rd. Those guys were moving. Yes, it was a follow the leader type track, but there was still good racing action. These guys were able to jump, and to be honest here, that was still more of a professional track compared to what a mud would be. Nobody wants to see guys rolling around getting paid millions of dollars to do so, because comparison, you'll go, hey, I can go do that too. I could roll around without knowing how freaking messed up the track is. This track still made it appear that a local guy like myself, who just went to the Gypsy 500, by the way, and got some free Red Bull. So anyway, make it look like we could do it. And truthfully, we can't do it. I really think that Dirtworks did an amazing job. And they're probably tired of covering tracks up with wrapping or whatever that they use to cover them up, because we need to have more closed stadiums rather than open stadiums, because this wouldn't happen. And there's one thing I wanted to point out before I get to the Degan thing, so make sure that you're paying attention, is Tomac. The beast mode. We saw partially it in Arlington, and then we really didn't see it in Daytona because he said on the podium he was nervous about doing the quad. And here, he started moving forward. He was starting outside the top 10, and he was moving up to 7th or so, and then he started going backwards. And what happened? Make sure you subscribe and hit that notification icon, because I'm going to go through it when I back into my studio at my house and show you exactly the place that happened. But there's some deep ruts in the rhythm section, and his feet came off because the foot pegs folded in, and I still think that Achilles tendon is tender. He's got to be so precise, and so when something like that happens, you might have this sudden owie, ouch, don't want to do that anymore, and he started moving back. That's when Jason Anderson started catching him. So that's what I believe happened when it came to Tomac. And guys, I do have to point out just one thing about our sponsor is Precision Transport. They do freight, they do dry, and they do refrigerated loads. Their number is 877-827-0618. If you need any shipping needs, make sure you go to Precision Transport. And on the topic of Degan, we see Degan be a little hothead and some things going on. I personally think he's going to get penalized for off-track advantage. I know in my last couple videos over the week, there was a lot of comments saying if Jet Lawrence's name was Jason Anderson, he would have got docked 2 positions. So, Degan, they're going to have to do something because he's making some on-track and off-track altercations with what happened in the heat race with Seth, and then what happened at the main event with, who was it that Cody Shock, who was doing awesome on that club bike. He really needed somewhat of a stronger motorcycle to really show how talented that individual is. He had an off-track excursion in the main event and potentially gain an advantage. So let's just read real quick what the rules say, and forgive, again, the editing here. I'm doing this all by my effing self with a laptop. And man, look at the backdrop. This place is freaking incredible. If you need a place to stay at Mesquite, Eureka's actually pretty darn good, man. It's got good prices. It's got pretty nice people here. I'm not complaining, right? So, anyway, we have rules 1.6.2. A rider leaving the course may only continue by properly re-entering the course without gaining a time or position advantages. And what did he do? He gained a effing advantage. He hauled freaking ass. And guys, I am 100%. It's better to ask for forgiveness than permission, because chances are you might not get penalized. You might get a warning. You might get something else, right? So might as well just hammer down, elbow, WFO it. Tom Vialle, 250, winner, back-to-back winner. How did that happen? It happened because there's no freaking whoops. No, more than that, because the confidence of this SOB after winning Daytona. He's an MXGP 2-time world champion. You think he doesn't know how to ride rough tracks, rutted tracks, halfway muddy? That's what Daytona was. This one was not as muddy, but it didn't have whoops. His wheelhouse, 1,000%. Way to go, Roger DeCoster. Way to go, KTM. And way to go, Tom. I know I've been screaming Tom to do exactly what he's doing, but I just have been 6 months late. So I should get back on the Tom Vialle bandwagon and say that he's going to win the championship now. Unfortunately, it's going to make it hard for Max Anstie to win the championship because his firepower Honda, ironically, no pun intended, went firepower and kabooey after 10 minutes. Why does a top-level motorcycle go boom after 10 minutes? This is the same team that had allegations that ended up being false that he had a big bore kit. But this is definitely a strong freaking motorcycle. And you could see it in Max Anstie's face. And I love the generosity from this individual, because most of the time, nobody, if you were trying to interview anybody that had something else like that happen to him, that was a leader, that they haven't been the leader in a championship Supercross race before or series, they are not going to interview you. And what did he do? He gave a genuine interview. Said, yes, I am mad. Yes, I'm going to tell you exactly what happened. I heard rattling in the motor. I got off the motorcycle. I didn't want to get it there, because that is somewhat bad press for the team. However, what he did was authentic, and that's why we love him. And that's honestly going to bring better press to him and the team. Man, Max is just a straight up dude. And I've always been a fan, and I hope you guys are fans with him as well. We saw Ken Roxon in the 450 class get aggressive and move forward to get that third place. Kenny is freaking on fire. Maybe he's going to be the guy that goes to Ducati in 2026 if his career is length out that long, right? Really, other than that, guys, I don't really have a whole lot to say, because I'm running on 4 hours of sleep after driving over here and everything else. So we went through all that. We went through the 30-second board. I've got many of videos planned this week. Stay tuned for Monday and Tuesday for the mistakes and the lines, and then the news show on Wednesday. I appreciate every single one of you guys. Do me a favor, hit that subscribe button and share this video. Till next time, keep it WFO. Okay, guys, you got to do it too. that was sad. That was just sad. I'm getting new friends. Message me on Instagram if you want to be my friend. I need to, oh,